fight for destiny. Don't release your destiny to the devil. Fight!
Before billions can believe in God, one man must hear his voice and have the faith to follow.
Abraham, leave your home and go to the land I will give to you and your offspring.
He spoke to me. He promised. Sarah, believe me. Believe me.
Let's read the father of faith, Abraham. Watch it. By faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should after receive an inheritance, obeyed, and he went out, not knowing where he was going. Now watch this. That same place will further be given to him as an inheritance, as his own. The children of Israel today are staying in the land that God gave to Abraham, right? So Abraham, he had such a powerful encounter with God where he was given a promise, whether it was by way of dream, but it was so compelling a vision that he left his family. He left his familiar terrain, and guess what? He didn't know where he was going. He just had, leave your father's house and go to where I will show you. Scripture records that Abraham believed God. He believed God enough to follow that instruction. He left his father's house. He left his familiar terrain. He left his security. He left his comfort. To what he does not know about, he didn't know what he was going to meet where he was going. But because of the compelling encounter he had, he left his father's house. Now watch this. You will think that what Abraham was chasing was a physical land. Now watch verse 9. By faith, he sojourned in the land that God promised him. So that means what God promised him in terms of physical land, he got it. But he sojourned in that land as though he was living in a strange country. He lived in his own legally, spiritually given land. He lived as though he was a stranger there. Dwelling in tabernacles with Isaac and Jacob, the heirs with him of the same promise. Why? He could afford to build a beautiful city, but he decided to dwell in tents. Why? Verse 10. For he looked for a city which had foundations, whose builder and maker is God. What Abraham conceptualized from the realm of the spirit made him commonize physical things. Abraham had his own army in his house, 318 servants. With 318 servants, he conquered 5 nations. Men that he trained himself. Can you imagine such military might? Abraham was a country on his own. Country. Kings were the ones that related with Abraham. The kind of wealth that Abraham commanded. Kings came to him and bowed to him and said, "Oh God, there's something you have that is unusual." Yet, he lived in his own country as if he was a stranger. Because his heart was pointed for something else. He had seen something. Tell your neighbor, what have you seen? Do you know the children of Israel that entered into the labor of Abraham? Do you know? Abraham did not see what the very mistake, but he had been able to keep an inheritance for his generations, of which we have become part of. Today we can sing Abraham's blessings are mine. If that man didn't get to the point where he is hope, he believed in hope. He did not stagger the promise of God through unbelief, but was strong in faith, giving thanks. He got to that